Let's step up our game a bit and use those things we quit and laugh and smile and say we're lucky to be alive. It's time to start to do those things. The goals you set, the ones you call your dreams. But how hard do you try? You're lucky to be alive. So you're bringing it the start of the year. You know you got nothing but cheer. Your family and your friends, they are so proud of you. It's time to start to do those things.
Good morning and welcome to our Sunday service here at Cassadaga. I'm the Reverend Gregory P. Cantor, your pastor. On behalf of the associate pastor, the Reverend Judy A. Cooper, thank you for being here today. Happy to see all of you physically with this horrible cold weather we're having. Being a Floridian, I can say that. And thank you for joining us virtually, those of you watching in the warmth of your house. Probably some of y'all are still in the beds, and that's okay. Happy that you're here. Please take a moment, if you haven't done so, to turn your phone to mute or low or turn it off. Please rise that you are able for the invocation. Infinite Spirit of wisdom and love, filling this entire universe with greatness, reveal to us avenues through which we can better seek the truth, through which we may be enabled to gain in knowledge and strength to overcome any weaknesses, and through which we may attain happiness and come close in rapport with the spirit world. We send blessings to all of you who have joined us today. Grant us the courage and wisdom to do our duties at all times, to endure with patience the trials that beset our path, to aid others wisely and effectively. Impress us to have charity and compassion for those who are in need, and give us strength at all times. Amen. Please be seated. Located in your bulletin is our Declaration of Principles. Can we recite these together? We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Whatsoever you would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individual, and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. To prepare for our healing portion of the service, please recite the healing prayer, which is also in your bulletin. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and the power of God. We're going to have a guided meditation, so please find a comfortable position, however that is for you.
Home like
Let's take some deep breaths. Deep inhale and the deep out exhale. In and out. This is the Christmas season, the holiday season. So it's okay to bring in and inhale happiness for yourself. Visualize it coming in, the happiness of the holiday season. And as you exhale, let go of something that you need to let go of. Is there some negativity, aches or pains, individual that you need to maybe move away from a little bit, physically, mentally, spiritually? Inhale and exhale. Relax, relax. Let's find a place in your mind's eye, a place that you can sit, relax, and allow the healing that is owed to you, that you command, to come in and happen. Concentrate on your breathing. Visualize the positive energy, whatever color that may be for you. But give it a color so you can better visualize what healing looks like. Visualize it surrounding and engulfing your body. Healing is pure love. Allow the love into your heart, into your presence. Visualize it going to that certain spot, if you need it, in your body, or in your mind, your soul. Allow it to go there. Allow it to heal. You are a great healer. You are a loving individual. Allow the love, allow the healing to take place. Take a moment during your meditation to ask Spirit, which could be a loved one, friend, neighbor, someone that you'd like to talk to just for a few moments. Some answers that you need, some questions you need answers to. This is the time to ask. Put it out to the etheric. I need to know, fill in the blank. I need to know, and fill in the blank. I need healing to take place in this location of my body. Sometimes we forget to heal ourselves when we're concentrating too much on someone else. But we have to heal ourselves first before we can heal others. Ask the spirit, loved one, your guide, whomever is coming in to talk and to be with you. Ask them for the guidance, for the directions that you need. Knowing the answer will come. The answer will be revealed to you. You just have to visualize it and be receptive and open for it to happen, and it will happen. As you bring in that healing energy, visualize it going back out to those around you in this room. Share the love. Share the blessings. Share the prosperity with everyone here. Let it go. And as that energy increases, visualize it moving beyond this point in time. sending it out to the etheric, knowing the energy will go to those in need. The love, the healing energy will always go to those in need. We don't always have to say who, what, and where. We just put it out to the etheric, to infinite spirit, to God, Jesus, whomever, the God of your understanding, whomever or whatever you call it, the God of your understanding. Visualize it happening, feel it happening, allow it to happen. We are loving individuals, we are caring individuals. Allow the love and the caring to take place in your heart and the hearts around you. Our guides in spirit world are always there. Our loved ones in the spirit side are always there. Sometimes we don't know who they are helping us on the other side, and that's okay. It's not always important to know who they are. It's more important to know that it's happening. The God energies around us and part of us every day. Share it. The abundance is part of our lives every day. Share it. And as you talk and ask your questions to those on the spirit side, always remember to heal yourself. It's okay to ask for things for yourself before you ask for others. Loving, healing individuals, sending loving and healing energy out to the universe. We know what's happening. We know it's happened. We know the healing went to where it was supposed to go. So we're going to slowly and gently move back to the service here and now, to the Andrew Jackson Davis building. Those live streaming back to wherever you are. Say thank you, give gratitude for the healing that's taken place. We always say thank you to the source, wherever the source, whomever the source. Come back to the here and now, back to the church service. Everyone back, everyone back. Amen. Thank you. The healing's taken place. We should have a healing revival.
With music.
Welcome back, everybody. Going to introduce our lecturer today, the Associate Pastor, Reverend Judy A. Cooper. Reverend Cooper is an ordained minister, commissioned spiritualist healer, certified medium for the camp, and her and Margarita did these beautiful Thank y'all. Thank you for doing this. We appreciate it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Will you come to my house next? Okay, I'll pay for gas.
We'll do it.
Reverend Cooper, thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Kent. Margarita and I love Christmas decorations.
It's very beautiful.
So, we had to condense this year, though. We usually do the temple, and it takes us 4 days. Didn't take us that long this time. Thank you for having me up here as a lecturer today. I want to start off by saying that most religions have symbolism in them. And it's very important, the symbolism in a religion. Like spiritualism is no different. They have their symbols, such as the sunflower. The fact that the sunflower always turns its face to the light is very, very important. Now, this is part of the reason I believe this. And I don't want to hear any snickering. No snickering. No snickering.
I don't promise.
Oh, jeez. There's always a child. Santa Claus is a spiritualist. Okay? Now think about this statement. Santa Claus is a spiritualist. Now wait a few minutes before you start rolling your eyes and saying, okay, this woman's lost it. Too many red decorations. No. Let's start this path of understanding why I believe that, and apparently a few of you do too. I'm not by myself. Okay? In the Germanic lore of Odin, Odin was said to have led a hunting party through the sky, riding on 8-legged horse. Okay, remember, 8-legged horse. Does that resonate anyway with spiritualism? Okay, it will. Okay. In the 4th century, Nicholas, Bishop of Myra, in the area which is now Turkey, was known as a generous man, particularly devoted to children. Resonate again. Okay. Nicholas became the patron saint of Russia, where he was known to have his red cape and flowing beard. I'm not sounding so silly, am I now, right? Okay. Picture this. And an image starts emerging. Okay. It starts developing. All right. In the Dutch tradition, St. Nicholas, who was also called Sinterklaas, it's S-I-N-T-E-R, Claus, arrives with his helpers carrying a book that tells whether a child had been good or bad, nasty or helpful during the year, and has a gift of chocolate letters and spiced nuts to give to the well-behaved children. Okay? Or a piece of coal to those children that weren't so helpful. Okay. Santa Claus was also known as Père Noël, or Father Christmas in France. Now, Father Christmas dates back to the 17th century and is pictured as a jolly, well-nourished, bearded man dressed in a long green fur-lined robe, much like the image we see in the movie of the Ghost of Christmas Past by Dickens, The Christmas Carol. Remember that movie? And he had that long green robe that covered a lot of things. Okay, now here's a couple of interesting facts. Now I want to go back here a bit. That green for us in spiritualism is very symbolic because it's growth, it's bounty, okay, it's nature, and it's a healing energy. Okay. So when I say that green robe covered a lot, these attributes that we have in spiritualism cover a lot of the, I want to say, the issues we have to deal with in life. That green, that nurturing, that earth. When we're in any type of traumatic energies, and we've done this for what? How many months is this? Where do we find our solace? We get out in nature, the greenness, the earth. We want something that is healthy, that nurtures us. And that's what we've been doing to get us through some of these stepping stones we've had to run across. Now, here's a couple interesting facts. In Canada, Santa Claus has his own postal code, okay, which is HOH-OHO. Ho, ho, ho. Okay? I think we need this now in the United States. Okay? Because we want ho, ho, ho now. We want that. Okay? And to make all the Christmas gifts delivered on Christmas Eve, he has a center of 4 billion square feet in Canada. So everything that goes to that postal code has plenty of room. 4 billion square feet. That's bigger than Amazon's warehouses. Okay? Even bigger than the one they're building or built over here. That's a lot of room. Now, getting back to the statement about Santa being a spiritualist, I want to go and say, first Santa and his sleigh was pulled by those 8 tiny reindeers. Again, Odin and his 8-legged horse. Okay? But we have an extra reindeer, Rudolph, that gives us 9 reindeers, which symbolizes our 9 principles. Okay? Now, beginning with our first principle, the belief in infinite intelligence, which can be symbolized by the light on Rudolph's nose. We want to be followed by the light. Santa continues to be led by the remaining reindeers. All of those reindeers have to work together to move that sleigh for Santa. Unity. Unity, which is something that is very, very important for any of us to grow, especially in our path to spiritual growth. Unity. Going back to the sunflower, it goes to the sun, to light. So on a cloudy or night day, what does a sunflower do? It turns to each other. Okay? That symbolizes again all those principles, all those reindeers pulling together to make the movement towards the light. Okay? Now, with that being said, there is then the naughty and nice issue. Okay? Unfortunately, there is that. Now, here we see natural law being played out and the law of compensation. You reap what you sow. Okay? We all are rewarded according to our deeds. Good deeds or selfish deeds. Okay? And based on natural law and the infinite intelligence, none of these laws are personal laws. They're physical laws that do not take into consideration our personalities. What takes into consideration is our choices. Our choices. Okay? Just like that naughty little kid that wants to be ornery. All right? Even at a young age, they have a choice. Even at our age, we have choices. We have choices. And paying attention to how these choices based on natural law play out will give us the piece of coal or the bag of candy. And realizing that our choices do impact ourselves greatly, they also impact every anybody else that we come in contact with. How many times have you heard somebody say, well, I did this, but I didn't think it'd be that way. I didn't think it'd be that way. When they say that, what they're saying is, I didn't care. I was going to do this whether I wanted to or not paying attention to the results, or if you want to say consequences, of whatever actions we took. And the responsibility of the results of those actions fall on that person's head. That person's head. Now, how we react to it falls on our heads, but that energy that was put into play is on that person's head. Okay? Okay, now there's an interesting thing about coal. All right? Under pressure, coal will become a diamond. Okay? So, with our principle of our 8th principle, that the doorway to reformation is never closed, if we make those choices to grow under the pressure of a certain situation, we can develop that attitude that symbolizes in a diamond, that pure, that glistening, that precious diamond energy. Again, going back to the coal energy, if we choose not to, if we choose to be selfish no matter what, we're not going to have that path. We're not going to be open to that growth. And unfortunately, we're going to come back and have to start again and learn all these lessons again. Now, I'm not one, if I sew or if I'm sewing and I'm making something and I make a mistake, I hate to have to go back and tear it out. I'd rather throw it in the garbage. But we don't have that choice. We will have to go back and tear those seams out and start again. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So we need to pay attention to how our choices are when it comes to natural law and the effects on other people. Okay? Now, all of us in this life, every one of us has received a piece of coal at one time or another. Okay. But I want to tell you with that, you said especially this year, okay? All right. Our attitude to this year could make it that piece of coal turning into a diamond, because we went through a lot of time being able to go in ourselves and realize where we want changes and adjustments and what was important to us. Okay? So even through this year, there's been a lot of opportunities, and it's whether we took advantage of them or wanted to beat ourselves over the head with them. But you're correct. We had opportunities this year, and it was a heavy year. I'm not trying to diminish this year at all. Not at all. But if we choose to go back and look at some of the positive out of it, okay, we grow from it. We can grow from it. Okay. Now, Santa gets his information regarding the naughty and nice letter from a special record book. Okay. It keeps track of all the actions important to Santa. Now, we have a book that we can get in touch with. What is it? What? Akashic Records. Absolutely. Again, falling back on spiritualism. The ability to contact those higher energies. Okay? Which is important because these records make us accountable for our spiritual growth. So any of you that haven't done any meditation or had any guidance on getting into those records, I would encourage you to do that. I would encourage you to do that. It's very interesting, and it gives us a little bit of, oh, I could have had a V8 you know. He opens up things. All right, now for any good spiritualist, okay, food is important. Food is important. We like to gather around food. Okay, and here we have, for in the United States and a couple other countries, the cookies and milk we set out for Santa Claus. Okay. Now, in Britain, they don't set out cookies and milk. They set out a glass of sherry and a piece of mincemeat pie. While in Ireland, a pint of Guinness. Okay? Now what would you want? A cookie or sherry and a pint of Guinness? Don't answer. Keep that between you and Santa. Okay? Now along with Santa, his sleigh, there's a large green bag of goodies. And we talked about green earlier. All right? This bag holds many surprises, enough for all. Again, you see natural law of the form of the law of abundance. Okay? An awareness of the source of all things. Okay? The green bag seems bottomless. Okay? So when we trust the law of abundance, the law of trusting the universe, there is nothing that we're void of. Nothing. It goes back to that trust that we have access to whatever we need if we go to the source with that green bag. Okay. Now, spiritualism has a strong belief in science. Strong belief in science. Now, science has helped spiritualism a lot, and it also helps Santa a lot. Science has been studying the law of quantum theory. Okay? And for those of you that don't know what quantum theory is, and to make it easier on you guys, not everybody understands the fullness of quantum theory. Okay? It's very extensive. It's the theory that things are not separated by time and space. Okay? Now, as spiritualists, we believe when you pass to those higher realms, there's no separation between time and space. Okay? This explains the biggest questions a child has about Santa Claus. How can he make it all around the world in one night? Quantum theory answers that question. I wish I'd known this when mine were younger. I'd just said quantum theory and they'd all be, what? But it'd be quiet, right? Okay, along with the reindeers, Santa has other helpers. His helpers are called elves. Okay? Those elves work with Santa, allowing him to accomplish quite a bit. Now, just as our guidance comes from Spirit, Spirit allows us to walk our path, gaining very much. Okay. Santa doesn't go in and say and argue with the elves saying, oh, well, let me put that nail in that trailer. Let me do this. Santa says, okay, Spirit, elves, you're in charge of this. I'll allow you to work with me. That's what we need to do as spiritualists. Allow Spirit to work with us. Don't challenge Spirit at every corner. None of us do that, right? I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. But once we allow Spirit to guide us, things get accomplished. Things get accomplished. Joy is what we experience when we think of Santa. All of us have witnessed the face of joy and happiness during the holiday season. Joy and happiness mixed with anticipation. Now that same look is on the faces of those that are witnessing the gift of the continuity of life. Maybe the dynamics of it they don't quite understand, but the experience of it they do. Any medium will tell you that when you communicate with a loved one and bring information from the other side to the person sitting in front of you, the joy, the peace, the love, and anticipation that comes on their faces. Your heart as a medium grows, and their heart and belief in something they might not quite understand grows. Now, the holiday season, we should all become children. We should all become children. Do I believe in Santa Claus? Well, let me tell you a little story. I had decorated my house one Christmas, and when I tell you decorated, it's decorated in all capital letters, bold and underlined. Okay? There's nothing halfway when I do anything. Thank God I found somebody like Margarita that believes the same way. And my kids were older, mid-teens and a little older, and they were all sitting around by the tree discussing Christmas. And then the topic of Santa Claus came up. And my son said, "Shh, shh, be quiet, be quiet. Mom still believes in Santa Claus." Okay? Which I thought was wonderful because of the fact that, yes, I believe in Santa Claus. Okay? Which reminds me of a song by the Statler Brothers. The song title is Santa's Cause. Okay? Which reflects on the joy and the love that is shared during the holiday season and the happy faces. There's also a line in there, there are those that don't believe in miracles. At Christmas time, I believe what I believe. I believe in Santa's Claus. Now, when I say I believe in Santa, and Santa was a spiritualist, yes, he gives us hope. He gives us joy. He gives us a sense of it's okay to be happy. It's okay. So I would encourage all of you during this time, even with COVID, to remember that child in you, that child that wants to be happy, that wants to be joyful, that wants to have a sense of excitement during this time of year. Pull that out. Feel your own power during this Christmas season. It's a wonderful place to be. It is healing. It is uniting. And it's so needed during this time of year. Thank you. But before I finish, we have a special treat. I'm going to introduce my friend who's going to sing a little song, Julio Varela.
That was awesome, Judy. First Sunday of December. So we're starting in the mood, huh? So I hope this gets you in the mood because it's just what Judy was alluding to. Never heard a snowman talking, never seen a reindeer fly. Seen a wooden soldier walking, nor met the eye to eye. Now there are those who don't believe in miracles or Santa Claus, but I believe, oh, I believe, and I believe in Santa's cause. Never heard an angel singing, never known a Scrooge to smile, but I have heard sleigh bells ring and light a spark in some small child. For kids and trees light up at Christmas, well as preachers and our lawns, and light a Santa way at Christmas. I believe in Santa's cause. There's a Santa world at Christmas, turning to the world's applause. So hang a bell for old Saint Nick, I believe in Santa's cause. Now there are those who don't believe in miracles or Santa's Claus, but I believe what I believe, and I believe in Santa's cause. I believe in Santa's cause.
Thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Judy. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. As you came in, you might have noticed the green bowl in the back. That is our prosperity bowl. We're off the air, correct? We should be off the air by now. The prosperity bowl is in the back. It's green. Feel free to drop off your donations.